In this video, we're going to solve the following rational equation. To do this, the first thing we need to do is find the least common denominator and use the process of clearing the denominators. You'll notice we have three different denominators. To make life simpler, we're going to first factor each of these denominators. So a squared minus a minus 12. We will factor that out first. So we have a minus 4, a plus 3. The second denominator is a difference of squares, a squared minus 16. So that, of course, is going to be a plus 4 times a minus 4. Our third trinomial over here, a squared plus 7a plus 12, is going to factor into a plus 4 times a plus 3. Now that we have our factored denominators, let's figure out our least common denominator. So in the first one, I have a minus 4 and a plus 3. So I know that I have to include those in my least common denominator. So I'm going to write, a minus 4, a plus 3. Now looking at the center, I see I have an a plus 4 and an a minus 4. Well, since I already have a minus 4, I don't need to include that again. So I'm going to add on, though, the a plus 4. Now looking at the right one, I see I have a plus 4 and a plus 3, which are already accounted for in my LCD. So that is as far as I need to go. So now I have my least common denominator. So we're going to use the process of clearing the denominators. And to do that, basically we're multiplying each of these terms on the top by the LCD. So let me demonstrate by taking the first term. I'm basically multiplying everything on the top by the three terms, a minus 4 times a plus 3 times a plus 4. And I notice that I can reduce the a minus 4s and the a plus 3. So all I need to do is multiply 1 by a plus 4. The second term, I have an a plus 4 and a minus 4, so the shortcut method would just say, oh, okay, I have everything in the LCD except the a plus 3, so therefore I'm going to multiply the top number by a plus 3. The right term has a plus 4 and a plus 3, which would reduce out of these two terms, so I'd be left with a minus 4. So now I have 4 times a plus 3 equals 3 times a minus 4. Just a quick point out, why we can clear denominators is because we are multiplying by an equation. It's as similar as if I had something like this. If I had 1/2 plus x over 3 equals 6, I could multiply everything by the whole number 6 over 1, using the multiplicative property of equality. 6 over 2 gives me 3, 6x over 3 would reduce to 2x, and 6 times 6 over 1 would be 36, and I could continue solving. That is why we can basically, what they say, drop the denominator. Let's continue solving this equation. Now I need to distribute 1 through a plus 4, which of course is a plus 4. Distribute the minus 4 through both parts of the parenthesis. I get minus 4a minus 12 equals, on the right side, we're going to distribute the 3 into a minus 4, which gives me 3a minus 12. Now let's continue simplifying the left side. A minus 4a is negative 3a. Positive 4 minus 12 gives me minus 8, which is equal to 3a minus 12. Now if you're going really fast, you might be saying, oh, they cancel out, the 3a and the negative 3a. But if you remember, we need to use additive inverse. So I'm going to actually subtract the 3a from the right side and subtract it from the left. So it cancels on the right, and I'm left with negative 6a on the left side. So that means I'm going to move the whole number 8 by adding it to both sides. And I have now on the right side negative 4. Divide both sides by negative 6. And I'm left with a is equal to negative 6. Negative 4 over negative 6, which is positive 4/6, but we always reduce fractions. So the final answer must be 2/3.